This week, we talk about the really fun things happening out there in the pop culture universe. It's the 40th anniversary of my favorite movie of all time, Back to the Future, and we talk about some really cool merchandise coming out. We talk about the fact that it's coming back to theaters, and I cannot wait to get to see this movie again on the big screen. We also talk about some of the latest rumors and news happening out there in the Marvel universe. There's a whole lot of actors that have some dream roles they would like to return to or do for the first time. We talk about Gen V and its second to last episode and the fact that the season finale is almost here and how it's going to lead into the series finale of The Boys. Come listen to us talk about all these things and so much more. Welcome to the Infinite Taylorverse. Warning.
Red alert.
Ay, 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 ay!
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger!
That's the emergency alert.
This episode is full of spoilers for some of the latest and greatest nerdy movies and shows.
Spoilers.
Listener discretion is advised. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Infinite Taylorverse podcast. I'm Billie Taylor.
Taylor Rocks.
And this week we're back to talk about all the stuff happening out there in the pop culture universe. But as usual, before we jump into any of that, Taylor, what have you been nerding out about this week, man?
This week I've been nerding out about Goat Simulator 3. It was one of the free games this month, and it's so much fun. I don't know if you've ever played any.
I haven't.
It's a blast. You do all these random things, and you're on this basically cause havoc or city. And it's ridiculous, and they have tons of pop culture references throughout the whole thing. Like at one point, I had to take the ring to a volcano and throw it in the volcano, but you can't like throw the ring, so like because it's like a helmet, and so you have to like jump into the lava, and then you die, and then you wake up in like 9 3/4. Like, you know, at the end of the Harry Potter movie where it's like you're in that white version in 3/4.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then and then you come back to alive and you're in the Bildo's, not Bilbo, but Bildo cabinet, and your helmet's changed into it. So it's a funny. If you ever get a chance to play it, I definitely recommend it. Lauren and I honestly like laughed very hard at this game.
That's awesome. That sounds hilarious. It's funny, my nerding out this week is also a video game. So last week, the latest Pokemon video game came out, and it's called Pokemon Legends ZA.
Oh yeah, I saw a trailer for it. That thing was
It's really cool. They took the best things from that Pokemon Legends Arceus game, and then the typical mechanics from a typical Pokemon game, and brought it all into like the modern times. Anyway, it's really fun, and I love the catching and fighting mechanism. It's different than any game that has come before. You actually can run around and stuff while you're fighting and trying to catch them, and I can't even explain it. It's still turn-based and all that, but there's freedom even in the turn-based part of it, which, I don't know, it's really cool, and my son has played it way more than I have, but in my little bit of here and there free time, I've been playing it, and it's actually really cool. And it's funny because the game just came out last week, and they've already put a DLC out, and I'm like, really? Come on now. You got to give me a little bit of time to save some money.
yeah.
But, yeah, it's funny. We're both nerding out on some games this week. It's really fun. If you like those type of games, it's a fun one. You should pick it up.
Awesome.
Well, hey, let's jump into some news for the week. Starting over with Marvel, there's quite a bit of stuff happening. There's a lot of talks going on, and a lot of celebrities talking about how they would love to join the MCU, or people who maybe they did a little thing in the MCU want to come back to the MCU. And right now there's a few people, such as the actor Gabriel Luna, who was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He played the Robbie Reyes version of Ghost Rider. And
Okay.
he was just in an interview, and he was saying that he just really, really, really wants to go back to that role. It meant a lot to him, and then that show just kind of ended, you know?
Yeah.
So he's someone that really wants to do that role. Another actor right now that wants to be a part of the MCU, or perhaps a different part of the MCU, is Lawrence Fishburne, who he played Goliath in the Ant-Man movies, if you remember. He wants to be the rebooted Charles Xavier.
I can see that.
Yeah, I could too. He has that demeanor about him, and a little while back, there was some fan talk about how cool it'd be if Giancarlo Esposito was Professor X and then Denzel Washington was Magneto, and instead of making it, the Holocaust that made everything with the way their point of view was established, maybe it was the Civil Rights Movement that made their point of view established, and it still had the same effect. I'd be down for any of this.
Yeah, I think either or. Also, though, I would also see Lawrence Fishburne, the Blue Marvel.
Oh yeah,
Like I see him, but he is also kind of old, even though that character's supposed to be older.
yeah.
I don't.
So for the listeners, tell them a little bit about Blue Marvel.
So he's basically a character that was invented as a retcon character,
Uh-huh.
sort of. And he's super intelligent. He hangs out with the Ultimates, that team.
Yeah.
Um, and he's like Superman, but really brainy.
Okay.
But he's a definitely like a Superman pastiche when it comes to powers wise.
Yeah.
But so like he could fight the Hulk in hand combat. I'm not saying that he'd win, but he could do it.
Right. And he's smart enough to figure things out.
Yeah, exactly. Where the Hulk, depending on who's writing him or what the story entails, has different intellect, from issue to issue or from story arc to story arc.
Yep.
But yeah, really cool character. It's a good story.
Yeah, and I definitely could see Lawrence Fishburne playing that character. Well, let's see. Last week we talked a little bit about how the Wonder Man teaser trailer was released. Well, now we know that that show is coming in January. So we are about 3 months off from getting to see that show. And it looks really cool. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it looks funny. I'm wondering if the director is the one who gives him the powers as like a no one's gonna make a movie so ballsy we're the ones, you know what I mean? Like I'm wondering
Yeah.
if we're gonna do this, you're the best, blah 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 blah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So it happens for all the wrong reasons, and then he becomes this really good hero.
Yeah, well, I mean, Wonder Man was a villain at first, remember?
Honestly, I've never read any Wonder Man.
So Wonder Man was a villain created by, I think it was Ultron. He was created for the Masters of Evil.
Okay.
So he was a member of the Masters of Evil, but then he turned good and helped defeat evil. But it's like Baron Zemo and I want to say Ultron gave him power. I might be
Okay.
completely wrong though.
Okay. But he started as a bad guy and then shifted over into a good guy.
Yeah, he was a bad guy for like an issue or two.
Okay. Kind of like the Green Power Ranger in Power Rangers. Started off as a
Yeah,
bad guy
yeah.
because someone made him that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, and then he was also like a movie star, and so he was the reality star superhero, except he was more like action movie star.
Gotcha. Well, over with Spider-Man Brand New Day. If you are wanting to see some early pictures, a couple of pictures got released this week. One of them is Mark Ruffalo on the set. So obviously we know that Hulk's in this movie, but there's a picture of him on the set, and then there's a picture of the actress Sadie Sink on the set. And people are still speculating about who is she going to be because it has not been officially confirmed who she's going to be. We just know she's in it. And yeah, there's no trailer yet, but speaking of a trailer, Avatar Fire and Ash, the next installment of that franchise, comes out this December, and supposedly we're going to be getting the first Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer with that movie. So we're about 2 months off from the first Spider-Man trailer.
I forgot that Avatar movie.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the trailer for it.
Yeah, and by no means do I hate those movies. Those are good, entertaining movies. But man, I just never fell into the hype like a lot of people did with those movies.
I find them kind of forgettable, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's not that I think that they're bad. They're just, they don't stick with. I don't
Yeah.
know. There's just something very like alien, but something about that storytelling or something that's very much like unappealing to me, even though it's like a sci-fi thing. So I feel like I should love it,
Yeah.
which I find weird. I think it's so weird that it's a franchise of something that generally that I just find okay.
Same here. I, again, don't hate it. It is entertaining, but I'm just not in love like a lot of people are.
I remember when they announced that they were going to do like a Pandora land
Uh-huh.
in Disney, and I was just thought, why though? Like you have Marvel products. Like why are you doing that? Like I really like truly who wants that? But I guess there are a lot of people that love them. Do they do really well overseas?
I think so. I know that first one was the highest ever selling movie in the box office ever. And then Avengers Infinity War changed that. So they re released it into the theaters to try to get their numbers back up. But yeah, it's a pretty good financially grossing movie,
Yeah, and it's really the first one's just Pocahontas.
right? Mixed with Fern Gully.
Yeah. The first time I saw it, I was like, oh, it's Pocahontas.
Right?
Maybe that's why. Maybe it was because I picked it up too quick. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why. I don't know. I just there are other franchises out there that I find that are a little bit better franchises that don't get the hype things.
Yeah.
It's just weird. I don't know.
Well, the next thing on the list here with Marvel, someone in an interview this past weekend said that in terms of Doomsday and Secret Wars, it says Doomsday is going to have a ton of cameos that we don't know about yet, but it is going to pale in comparison to the amount of cameos from Secret Wars. So they're trying to hype us up with all the appearances we're going to be getting in these next two movies, but especially Secret Wars,
Interesting.
right? I'm excited to see who all they bring back or who they bring to it that we've never seen. I wonder if they'll pull, not to compare it to that recent The Flash movie, but they pulled in so much old footage from, Christopher Reeve and even Nicolas Cage Superman and all that stuff. I wonder if
Oh yeah,
in addition to actors actually coming back, if they'll have anything from Marvel past like that stuff thrown in. That'd be kind of crazy.
that would be. I wonder if they when are they going to get the Hulk Universal stuff?
Oh, I know. We need that back.
I know. It's weird to me that that's still like a holdout.
Right. They've got all the Fox properties. They need those Universal properties.
I mean, what's over there? It's Submariner and Hulk, right?
Yeah,
That's
so
it.
Marvel can use those guys, but not in an individual solo movie, which sucks.
Yeah. I feel like we need an individual Hulk something.
Right? Bring him back. Oh, over with the animated stuff. X-Men 97 Season 2 has not even come out yet. And we mentioned in the past that they've already greenlit a Season 3. But this weekend, some people over at Marvel started talking about they've already outlined Season 4 and 5. So it sounds like we're getting at least 5 seasons of that show, which is awesome.
That would be awesome. Did we find out when the second season is coming out?
Other than the fact that it's coming out in 2026, we're not sure of a date yet, not an exact date.
Okay.
The final thing with Marvel has to do with some comics, and the past few weeks we've been talking a little bit about how the Ultimate Universe is going to be coming to an end soon with a story arc called Ultimate Endgame, but they just announced this weekend that maybe that's true of everything except Ultimate Spider-Man. So it sounds like we might still get some more Ultimate Spider-Man, which is great because this iteration of it is just so good. It's probably my favorite Marvel work right now, in the comics at least.
Oh well.
Over with DC, there's not that much stuff this week. That show, Batman Caped Crusader, the one made by Bruce Timm, that, it's kind of the similar style to Batman the Animated Series, but it takes place back in the 30s and 40s era. Well,
Oh yeah.
they announced that season two's villain is going to be the Joker. So we didn't see the Joker at all in season one, but we're going to see a lot of him in season two, it sounds like.
Cool.
Do you remember a little while back when they had that completely finished Batgirl movie and then Warner Brothers just completely scrapped it?
Yeah.
Well, there was an interview this past weekend that made it sound like maybe, just maybe, that movie might still be able to see the light of day. And I know that's a part of DC's history that we've way moved beyond. We've got the new DC universe and everything, but I don't know about you. I really want to see it, especially knowing that Brendan Fraser's in it as the bad guy Firefly. That's the thing I want to see the most in this movie, but I kind of want to see it.
Yeah.
Even if it
I
winds
don't
up
know.
being awful, I still want to see it.
I don't know. I'm scared to watch that. The studio that was making bad decisions at that time scrapped it. Makes me wonder how bad.
Right? And they were so close to the new management taking over. What if a lot of that factored into the fact that, oh, maybe if they're changing stuff, this won't make that much money if people don't want to see it, if it's not even tied into the new stuff. So I wonder if it was more of a decision from that point of view, or you're right, it could have just been awful and they said, no, this will make us more money as a tax write-off.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time believing.
Yeah. Well, the final thing with DC this week, over with the Absolute world in the comics, in Absolute Batman, it sounds like in an upcoming story arc, we're going to see their version of Robin, which we have not seen yet. So, again, these Absolute stories continue to impress me. They're super good, especially the Batman one. And Superman's my favorite DC character, but the Absolute Batman book is just so good.
Right on. I don't want to read it.
Oh yeah, it's just so different. He's got to do so much without being a millionaire. He's a poor teacher's kid. I don't know.
Yeah.
Obviously in this book, both of his parents didn't die, just his dad died. And so he's got a single mom and she works for the city. And it's just a whole different dynamic than the billionaire Bruce Wayne. He's just a normal dude. And I don't know. It's so good. I can't wait for you to read it so we can talk about it. Over with Star Wars, there's not a lot of news this week. The only thing I really have this time is it sounds like the actress Jenna Ortega is going to be joining an upcoming project and she's going to be playing a villain. So, yeah, Wednesday's coming to a galaxy far, far away. Now, elsewhere out there in the pop culture universe, there's a lot going on. This year marks the 40th anniversary of my favorite movie of all time, Back to the Future, and there's a lot of really cool stuff happening. They're re-releasing that movie in the theaters by the end of this month, and I've already seen AMC's DeLorean popcorn bucket. And I haven't really gotten any of those popcorn buckets. The only one I got was the crypto dog bowl because I happened to go to a place where they were just trying to get rid of them and it was only like $9. So I have the crypto dog bowl, but I saw this DeLorean popcorn bucket and I'm probably gonna need it. It looks really awesome.
It's cool.
They're also doing all kinds of merch all over the place. It looks like the shoe companies Hey Dude and Crocs are both making some special Back to the Future shoes. And there's this little Mattel Polly Pocket toy coming out as well of the Back to the Future characters, and it's like the clock tower and the school, and
Oh,
it's
that's cool.
yeah, and it's legit Polly Pocket brand, but it's Back to the Future. And yeah, I've seen pictures of it, and I kind of really want it.
It's like getting Mighty Max back in the day.
Exactly. Oh man, I loved Mighty Max. Oh, have you been keeping up with Gen V season 2?
I forgot it was.
Right. Well, later this week, so by the time people are listening, they probably could have already seen it, but the season 2 finale is this week. And man, it's been crazy. And the second to last episode had a crazy twist. I don't want to ruin it for you, but I'm excited for this week's finale. And all that to say is season 5 of The Boys, which is going to be the final season, it's going to come out later in a few months, and it's going to be set 6 months after the finale of Gen V season 2. And it sounds like some stuff that's going to go down in this finale is going to very much set the path for whatever the final season of The Boys is
The
going to be.
Boys.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait for you to watch it because again, there's been this running story arc in season 2 of Gen V, and then last week on the second to last episode, there was a crazy twist. And it's so crazy if you look back on the whole season, it's so obvious, but I did not see it coming at all.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So anyway, keep watching Gen V, watch the finale this week, and then The Boys' final season is coming soon. And then we're gonna get more Gen V, and then we're gonna get that prequel series that follows Soldier Boy. So even though The Boys is ending, that world isn't going anywhere, so that's cool.
Yeah.
We know that there's this Mortal Kombat 2 movie coming, and it's not even ready yet, and they've already greenlit Mortal Kombat 3. So so they have some real faith in this franchise right now. I'm kind of excited to see it.
Yeah, well, the first one, it's like them getting to the tournament, right? So
Yeah.
it'll be at the actual tournament.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I wanted in the first one.
Yep.
I think I'm cautiously excited.
Yeah. I really like Carl Urban, so I'm excited to see him in this movie.
Johnny Cage.
Oh, yes, Johnny Cage. We all know that Wicked Part 2 is about a month away. Some of us a little more excited than others, but they've been making all kinds of announcements, and I'm excited to see how they blend the musical with the book with The Wizard of Oz. And that's what this final thing is going to do. But they just announced that the character, the Cowardly Lion, who is a minor role in the Wicked story, but he does show up, and we've been seeing him in the trailer. And the director John Chu made this big announcement about people are going to love the actor, love who this character is voiced by. And then he just announced that the actor Coleman Domingo, who he's been in Fear the Walking Dead, he was in the Broadway The Color Purple, he's been in a lot of movies and musicals. So his voice is perfect for that character. I can't wait to hear how that sounds.
Awesome.
Oh, do you remember the comic strip slash 90s movie called The Phantom with the guy in the purple suit?
Yep.
So it sounds like Netflix is working on a series of The Phantom, and I think that's going to be cool.
That is cool. As long as they do it and it's not super hokey.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it Billy Zane?
Billy
It was
Zane, yep.
the 90s
Yep.
movie. He was okay. I just think that suit is really like dated.
Yep. I wonder if they'll update it, or if since it's a period piece, they didn't have a lot to be working with, you know?
Yeah, well, if it's a period piece, then it'll work fine. That suit is really like goofy.
Yep. We know that that new Harry Potter series is coming, and there's been a lot of pictures released and all this. There's been a lot of rumors of who might be playing Voldemort. At one point, they were saying it could be Matt Smith, and at one point, they were saying it could be Tom Hiddleston. The latest rumor, and again, who knows what is true out of all this and what's just to get people talking, but the latest rumor is that they're going to gender swap Voldemort, and it's going to be played by Tilda Swinton.
Okay.
Yeah. One, Tilda Swinton is amazing, but two, I don't know. Will it serve the story? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Is it like part of the Voldemort character is that it's like when he's a kid, I guess Tom Riddle, it's like Harry kind of sees like if he was a bad version of him, he would be like that.
Yeah.
So as long as I think that gets through, I think it's fine. But if it doesn't come through, I don't know how that would be for the
Yeah.
story.
I wonder what her name would be because Voldemort is literally an anagram of Tom Riddle.
Oh yeah,
There's that whole thing in the Chamber of Secrets where he writes the letters in the air and he writes out Tom Riddle and then they swish around and rearrange into Voldemort.
yeah,
Who knows? I'm going to watch it either way.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, this one's kind of fun. Do you remember the old Hanna-Barbera cartoon, The Jetsons?
Yeah.
So it sounds like they're going to be making a live action Jetsons, and Jim Carrey is going to be playing George Jetson.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, that'll be super fun. He's amazing as Robotnik in those Sonic movies.
Yeah, he's really fun.
Let's see, the final thing I have out here with the rest of the pop culture universe is people have finally had a screening of the new Masters of the Universe movie, and every review I've seen said it blew them away. So I'm excited to see how that goes. There's been no real talk about it, but someone finally released an official synopsis. And it's just a couple of sentences. Let me read that real quick. It says, as a child, Prince Adam is left stranded in space in an accident. He loses his powerful sword, and years later, upon returning to Eternia, he discovers that becoming He-Man depends not only on physical strength, but also on accepting fate, believing in friendship, and courage in the face of darkness. So, yeah, He-Man movie's coming. People are liking it. Again, it's just going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see it.
Right on.
I know we've both already talked a little bit about video games. Is there any video game or wrestling news for us this week?
There is one wrestling news, but it's more a continuity thing that happened.
Okay.
The Vision, who Seth Rollins is in charge of when he won his crown jewel, at the end of this last episode of Raw, not the one that just came, but the one before, his counterparts to crap out of it in front of everyone.
Oh, dang.
So there's a new boss in town, it's Braun Breaker, and Braun said with Paul Heyman. So it was a good way to write Seth Rollins out. Don't know how long. So it was a good way to write him out, but it also was a good way to push that storyline further.
Nice. Well, hey guys, that is the news for the week. Hopefully, you guys are all out there watching all the good stuff and reading all the good stuff. And if you're not, you definitely need to be. But hey, as for us here at the Taylorverse, I've been Billy Taylor.
I'm Taylor Oxner.
And come back next week, guys. Same Taylor time, same Taylor channel.
Bye.
Bye.